Mike here, welcome to another episode of TA Outdoors. Back out in the woods, this time I'm with my dad and we are going to be cooking up some muntjac. I'm going to be showing the footage of stalking and hunting that muntjac, which I did a few months ago. We're also going to be doing some work on the woods itself. We've got some trees that need to come down. We're going to be using some slightly different techniques to get them down. It's going to be great fun. I hope you enjoy the episode. Here's the back strap. I'm going to just cut it in half because we're going to do two steaks. Lovely lean meat, look at that. Beautiful. And these are meant to be supposedly the best eating part, the pencil fillets and the back strap. I've had venison before and personally back strap has always been the nicest. So we're going to season this and then get it on the fire. I've got my little kind of spice kit here. The main thing I'm using is the salt, to be honest, but season with a bit of salt. Again, I'd probably use rock salt normally, but salt is kind of salt at the end of the day. Just realised the focus was out, but basically I put salt on there and some mixed spice, and now we're ready to fry. Some butter. Right, here we go, a couple minutes each side. They're actually quite thick cuts, so they'll probably need maybe 3 minutes each side. After having E. coli recently and being on IV antibiotics for a couple of weeks, I can assure you that I will not be cooking these rare. They will be quite well cooked. I don't want to get that again. Right. Flambe. Got to add a bit of thyme as well, actually. A few sprigs. Some asparagus. Getting this water to a little boil. We're going to add some instant mash to it. Just a quick way of doing some potato out in the woods. Bit of instant stuff. Nice creamy mashed potato. Look, that's pretty well how I'd eat it.
Yeah, but you're part Neanderthal.
There you go, Dad.
Oh, it's looking good.
Not the best presentation. It's
fine. It's good to me.
It's a mini dish because we've actually already eaten a bit, haven't we? So
we've had sandwiches. We've
yeah.
been doing a bit of physical.
Right, you've had muntjac before.
Yes, very nice.
You had that last piece I gave you.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my first time having Muntjac.
And the back. You give me a piece called a back.
This is what this is. The back strap.
Well, there's another piece you gave me because it's two separate.
The
bits.
pencil fillets.
Pencil
fillets.
Yeah. That's a long thin piece.
Thin ones. You don't need to cook those as.
I'm using my Bushcraft knife, guys. that is, believe it or not, I think that's a legal requirement in the UK. Before you get 14 years in prison. Honestly, we're embarrassed to say this, guys. That is.
It actually would be
absolutely just inside the limit, I think. And worse, it's blunt.
It's really nice.
I might go primitive. Just use my fingers.
That's really good.
Well, they say it's very lean, don't they?
Mm.
Is that medium?
Yeah. I was saying to the folks after my E. coli moments,
Episode.
I am cooking food from now on. I am not bothered. Trust me, when you've been on
a drip,
when you've been on an IV drip for 10 days, or 14 days, and a month's worth of antibiotic, you will definitely learn to cook your food a little bit more than you normally do. And I used to like kind of rare steaks. I used to quite like them.
He used to take the mickey out of me, and most people did for the amount of carbonated food I had because I was terrified I was going to get some listeria, salmonella, whooping cough, beriberi, whatever. Now it's all changed. Cook it. Extra protein. So I don't cut my moustache off first.
So the reason we've been cooking Muntjac out here in the woods is because a couple of months ago I put a video up on my channel where I went camping with my friend George. We were in the Land Rovers and we did some stalking. George has his deer stalking license. I didn't put the full episode up. What you saw was just the camping segment. I was a bit wary of putting the full episode up because of YouTube's policies with everything with hunting and things like that. You know, it's just they're a bit more thorough nowadays with what you can put in a video and what you can't. So I was kind of really wary, having been demonetized in the past on certain hunting videos. But I noticed a lot of hunting channels that I follow do put their hunting content up, and they've had no issues with it. So I thought, you know what, I've got all this really good footage of us stalking for hours, going up into the high seat and things like that. So I'm going to play that footage for you now, so it's not wasted, and you can see the full stalk of when we got the gear together, we went out and we got this deer, and we harvested this deer. So I hope you enjoy it, and then when you come back, myself and Dad have a little bit of woodland stuff to do. We've got a tree that's dead standing.
Widowmaker.
We're going to be coming down real soon. We're going to give it a little bit of help, aren't we, Dad?
Hopefully, yeah. We have been trying digging out the roots already, but
so watch this footage. Hope you enjoy it, and then come join us back here in the woods, and we'll be doing some tree stuff.
Hopefully that blue tack's going to secure it. Right, shooting bags. So safety on this one, you should be able to cycle the bolt. It's got full safety on, the bolt's locked as well. So safety on, the trigger's locked.
So you can still move the bolt?
But you can still move the bolt.
I see.
So that's fully locked, fully safe. So when it's empty, we'll probably put it to there.
Because that wasn't as loud as I thought it was.
No.
Right, I'll go for the targets. That is insane. Yeah, it's a surgical tool. So cool.
Certainly does a job on the deer.
Yeah, I bet. I'll go for the bottom target.
Yeah, go for the bottom one. That way we can get a couple
Yeah.
of shots on the zero for the top one. Oh, it's lovely. It's delicious.
You get many deer on this field here, or not really?
You're doing the evenings, browsing out here. We've got a double high seat. It's quite a productive
Looking
one.
that way?
No,
or...
it's over. You go over the brow of that hill.
Yeah.
Down that hill, there's a double high seat in a dead oak tree.
Okay. Right, we've had the sausages. I'm glad we cooked them earlier because it's rained loads, the fire's going to go out. But we're actually going to go on a bit of stalking. Earlier on we zeroed in the rifle, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah. We changed the ammunition over, so I'd run out of the last batch, and you've always got to check your new batch of ammo just to make sure everything's lined up, and also to get Mike comfortable with the rifle as well, in case we get on the shot.
First time I've used it, so I'm used to shotguns and things like that. I thought there'd be quite a big kick on it, but it's nothing like a shotgun kick, but it's just so precise. It's just that little, it's way more sensitive trigger.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, exactly. So we're about, just so you know guys, 6:45. We've probably got an hour and a half of light.
Yeah.
So are we going to walk the farm?
We're going to walk the farm, and if we get an animal that presents itself in a safe position, then we'll take a shot.
Sure.
And then we'll wait out the last bit of light in one of the high seats, double high seat we've got. Well, we did actually see some deer earlier. Actually.
Yeah, we saw
a
some.
group of 4, I think. So
we did.
Hopeful after we disturbed it, they'll come back, which roe normally do. They normally haul to the same ground. So
yeah,
we'll see what we get.
I'm looking forward to it. The
Yeah.
fire will definitely be out by the time we get back today. That's all more movement.
This way. It's the edge right here. Now, try and get in the sticks there. They might present the shot.
So he's about 120 yards. Yeah, 20 yards in front.
Quite, don't.
This way. It's just fixed looking this way.
A little buck.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Nothing's chambered. Where is he? To the right there. If I get up. Okay, now he's side on.
Go for it if you're ready. Sounded like a hit to me.
I think he dropped on the spot. I'm not sure, mate.
So what you've done is that alright? Where's the shot sight? There. Look, see? Yeah. And at the back, you'll see a much bigger exit wind. Look at that.
Yeah, hopefully.
It presented, didn't it?
It did. I think I can see something there. Yeah. I'm either looking at a tuft of grass that's always been there.
I forgot.
If it was going to be anywhere, it's that white tuft, but I don't think it is now. Was that alright? Where's the shot site?
There. Look, see?
Oh, yeah.
Your tasty deer as well.
I've got the one that's nice to eat, yeah.
It's been a little bit downbeat. It's not only seen that these are usually seen with the seagulls.
Right, where's the tent? I know, yeah, they're spanking them. Oh, yeah. That's all the flicker. Right, folks, quick update. The stove has been burning for a good few hours. We've sorted it out. It's all basically hanging up on a tree now. And I'm going to take that home. and then butcher it, skin it, butcher it, and hopefully cook up my first bit of muntjac. I've never had it before. I've had rose ear before. I've never had muntjac, so I'm really looking forward to having that. But yeah, what an experience! Really cool. We've had no rain, thankfully. We've had this stove going, and it's got so hot. I'm really glad this tent has so many vents.
Yeah.
There's so many vents in the tent that we've had to open most of the vents. It's due to get down to about 5 degrees Celsius tonight. But we've been filling this stove with massive pieces of ash and a bit of big silver birch, and it's a big stove, so it can take them. So
Yeah, really good as well. Obviously, for you to get your first deer.
oh, it's weird. The sense I was saying to George, like there's a part of you that it almost doesn't want. It's not it doesn't want to. It's like I wanted to take the shot, but I wanted to get the right shot.
Yeah.
And it's like this fight in my head of waiting for this deer. You were really patient, to be fair, but waiting for it to be in the right position for me to take that shot. And it's this little battle that goes on in your head.
Yeah.
And then you feel the remorse afterwards. And you feel really guilty. But then obviously the whole process of it all, like we were out at nearly 10 o'clock at night sorting the deer out. We had to carry it. I know it's only a little one, but we had to carry it. It's a muntjac, so you guys might be thinking, some of you, that it's a baby deer. It's not a baby deer, right?
Yeah.
It's a small breed of deer, but it's not a baby roe deer. It's a totally different breed.
Big old tree.
So you might have noticed one of the big beech trees has come down in my woods. What was it, 2 weeks? Or last week when I was away?
Yeah, last week when you were away.
It has been dead standing for probably 2 years, well longer than that. 2 years ago, Ryan, if you guys remember the Woodland Life series, Ryan came here and he monolithed this, so he got rid of the top dead branches, left it really tall and just no side branches, and we put a bird nesting kind of table on the top of it, if you guys will remember that. This has now come down. We've not even had strong winds, but it's so rotten. The root system is absolutely done.
You can see down here, look, where it snapped off from. There's absolutely, it's crumble city, but there's none of these what I call fingers going down into the ground there. But the thing is, there's no real reason for it to come down because it's a monolith. There's no branches to catch the wind. We're sheltered in this massive area of giant beech trees in leaf. So much impact, it's actually bust half the trunk off down the end. So it's got to be 60, 70 feet long. So,
and it's not, we can't even use it as firewood really,
no,
but we do need to cut it and move it off this
you've got to cut
area,
at the moment,
and we'll just leave it as for biodiversity really. So this is an oak. It's lost all its outer bark. It's totally dead, but oak takes ages to kind of die. This is solid down here, but it is wobbly.
It's moving, yeah.
We might be able to get firewood out of this one. This Ryan again, he monolithed. But it's leaning over already, and actually the broken bit was over there somewhere. But it's,
and you sometimes do an overnighter there. So
I do camp around this area.
You can move it, you can see the top going. You
Yeah.
get a bit of rhythm going through it.
It needs to go. Let's try and build something.
Yeah, so we dug out the roots as best we can, try and build an A-frame, just to give a higher leverage point further up. And I've got this rope here, which is the old, I don't know where I got this from, guys. It's like 1/2 inch manila rope. I've saved it for probably 20 years, so it's probably going to snap. But we'll uncoil it and see what happens.
All right.
And if not, we'll attack it with the chainsaw. It's not just thinking, that's 60 feet, I need 60 feet of rope. Because as you walk back, you're changing the angle. Those who do geometry at school, so a bit higher. When you pull it down, it's a Homer Simpson, and it's on top of you.
Yeah.
So you need much longer. In fact, you can measure the height of a tree. Well, we used to use a protractor, measure the distance at the bottom, and then look up the protractor and get the angle at the top, and then ask the maths teacher because we don't know what we're doing. But I just remember it was a protractor, a distance from there to where you measure the angle, times it by 3, divide it by 4, all that business I hated at school, and add some algebra as well.
Yeah.
Doing a rope, an A-frame, a chainsaw. It's coming down.
No, just only needs flattening off really with your blunt axe.
Yeah, it'll take a while, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that is blunt. Much to tie off here really.
Well, on the layer we were in the hazel area, it's better. You put that V in the loop. I'm going to push the loop up high. That's it. Then I'll take this stick. That's it, it's about there.
Yeah?
Yeah, there. There's arm. It's got more, you got more. Right, just take tension, got it? See the tree moving.
Down. Well, it's down. We had to loosen a few of the roots with the chainsaw, but you can see a lot of them are snapped off actually, haven't they, up here?
Yeah,
that's a rotten one.
That's a tap root that must have been holding it.
Yeah, look at that.
How far that went down.
Wow.
That's
Look at that clay there.
That's a lovely piece of clay for making stuff out. Look at the size of this clay and ask yourself, why is a 72-year-old man so stupid he's picked it up? Put it down, you stupid twit. I want to see what's in it. There could be gold in there or something. That's not been disturbed. We just thought for 90, 80,
yeah,
90
years I'd say.
I'd say it's probably a 90-year-old tree. We should keep this clay somewhere because you did want to make some stuff, didn't you, at some stage with clay?
Yeah, it's deep stuff. Look.
And that's clay, it's clean. It's been ripped up by the taproot here.
It's like a spear, that taproot.
That is absolutely weird.
And we were saying we're going to plant a tree here.
Yeah.
Plant something else here to let it grow in its place.
We won't log this now. We have to break it up. We've got a bit of battery left because it's my chainsaw, which I've basically stolen. It's a blunt saw, which was why I wanted to use it if we had to for sawing other stuff up. So we're okay for batteries, not great on blade, but it's self-sharpening.
Yeah, they're quite handy little things. They're not going to buck up big, huge trees.
Absolutely not.
Or fell much, but they're good for firewood.
You've got a lever here just to throw the sparks out. It cuts it. It's like a carborundum stone curved in there, and that sharpens it, you know.
Yeah.
But this has had a lot of use in my house.
We've hammered that.
It has.
So
otherwise, we're going to worry about being a short length blade on this. We don't want it pinching. It's stuck here.
yeah, there's no way of levering it from where
Stand on it. Try it.
There we go.
Yeah, but that's what the pyramids thought. Look what they're doing now. Men walking on the moon now, my son. Need rollers. Got launching a boat.
Oh, that's handy.
John.
The path is clear anyway.
Second in modern teaching, one education.
Are we going to hook it around the other way and try and spin it back so it's parallel?
So you could do, put it on that.
Well, now this is clear. Look, we can move this out of the way because this is a bit cumbersome, this thing.
So pleased I kept this. I've had at least 40 years. It's an old mooring rope. I got caught in a fishing line and I wound it up and I thought I'm not throwing that away. But look, somebody else wasn't going to throw it away. They've lost it because they've taken the trouble to put a really neat splice in that. And that's all that pressure we had pulling that tree over. You pull a car with this. But I think I'm done with pulling trees. Make a hell of a fishing reel, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. Just need a big rod. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Lots of different things involved. It's good to be back out here in the woods. Good to be with Dad. If you want to check out Dad's YouTube channel, he has got one. It's called TA Fishing. I'll link it in the description below. We've had a good time. It's been lovely weather.
Good. Yeah, first time a long time since we've been out together in the woods like that.
It has been a long time. And it's like 29 degrees today Celsius, but it's lovely and cool in here.
It's fine in here, yeah.
So thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.